Oceans cover the majority of the Earth's surface and play a crucial role in providing oxygen, food and biodiversity. But it also remains vulnerable to climate change, pollution, overfishing and habitat destruction. The Department of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment says South Africa is committed to working with global partners to tackle ocean pollution.
It is of such an international concern that the United Nations Environment Assembly in February last year in Nairobi took a decision that we need to establish an internationally binding plastics treaty to prevent ocean pollution and also other forms of plastic pollution on land, which are equally dangerous. We are one of 175 nations that has signed up to that treaty. And my team has just returned from Paris, where they were last week in the second round of negotiations on establishing exactly what will be in that treaty. And we remain very committed to having an internationally legally binding treaty that will prevent pollution, plastic pollution in our oceans, and also limit the impacts on land.
Creasy says in the face of competing pressures from different oceanic interest groups, the department is leading a marine spatial planning exercise and marine sector plans aimed at improved conservation and also to determine which parts of the ocean are open to exploration.
What we know is that climate change is having an increasing impact on our oceans. And many of our fisheries, and South Africa has a very big commercial fishing sector. I think there are about 27,000 formal jobs in the commercial fishing sector and over 10,000 small-scale fishing people. And what we know is that climate change is already impacting on our fisheries sector, and we're finding various species not necessarily able to survive as well, or species that are starting to migrate in a different way in which they would historically have done.
Learners from schools across the mother city had the opportunity to attend a career exhibition hosted by the department and have also been invited aboard the polar icebreaker to learn about the research work South Africa does in the southern oceans.
I have learned that we have to take care of the fishes because we have to be aware of the food chain, and we have to be aware of things that has to do with nature and to just prevent climate change and stuff.
They're putting awareness out there to the world about pollution, mostly pollution because the animals are affected in the ocean, and that the animals who are affected also affect us as humans because we also eat from the animals and everything.
So technically I learned actually quite a lot about the different types of careers there is regarding like around the ocean, like awareness and all of that, like stuff that we wouldn't really be exposed to if we wouldn't have come here today.
The department says some 4,000 members of the public have booked free tickets to visit the SA Agulhas II over this coming weekend. Vanessa Puna, SABC News, Cape Town.